You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the NFL, man, if this happens, the NFL may actually be severely financially wounded. Because the fact is, this case has a settlement attached to it that is basically 4 times what the settlement would be or was for the concussion protocol situation. Everybody remember all that, the lawsuit, concussions, ex-players, blah, blah, blah. And so far, the league has paid out $1.2 billion for that concussion settlement. Well, what we're talking about here today is $4.7 billion. All right, with a price tag of $440 million if broken up among all the teams. Per team, $440 million. This would be a true, I mean, it wouldn't be a death blow, but boy, I got to tell you, it would cut the league, and it would cut the league deep. And this is all about the NFL Sunday ticket case. Now, you may be like, well, why did they get sued for that? Well, they got sued for that simply because, in case you did not realize this, but I bet you did, Sunday ticket is ridiculously expensive. It's insanely expensive. And a lot of people that get Sunday ticket, they just want to watch one team, right? Steelers fan, lives in Texas, wants to watch the Steelers. I got to pay how much? You know, I'm not a Steelers fan, but I just use that as an example. Cowboys fan, I live in North Carolina, want to watch the Cowboys. I got to pay how much? And the resistance to providing a way for the fan to actually purchase games, either one game at a time or just their team's games. In other words, if you're a Steelers fan, who gives a bleep about the freaking Dolphins? But they're charging you as if you give a bleep about the Dolphins. Well, you don't. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Yeah, the NFL right now, Roger Goodell, their buttholes are puckered. And they should be. They should be. The wheels of justice move slowly but surely. In 2 weeks, the most significant event yet will happen regarding the appeal of the July 2024 verdict against the NFL in the Sunday ticket case. By the way, they've already got a ruling on this, okay? But the NFL has appealed this, so they haven't had to pay yet. On Monday, March 9th, the lawyers will gather in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit to conduct oral arguments on the question of whether the $4.7 billion verdict, which would be tripled to $14.1 billion if and when it becomes an official judgment, will be reinstated. So there's a world where this could actually go to $14 billion. The jury found that the Sunday ticket package, as currently structured, violates federal antitrust laws, or antitrust law. Judge Philip Gutierrez threw out the damages award. Basically, the league lost before the jury and won before the judge. So the jury ruled against the NFL, and the judge stepped in. The appeals court could reinstate the full award. The threshold in question is which of the 351 judges assigned to the Ninth Circuit will hear the case. That parties to a federal appeal usually find out when they show up for the hearing. To get a win, 2 out of the 3 judges must be persuaded to accept one side's argument. Previously, a 3-judge panel on the Ninth Circuit overturned a dismissal of the entire case, allowing it to proceed with discovery and trial. The new panel could put the NFL on the hook for the full $14.1 billion. And then it says right here, that'd be $440 million per team. So we were talking about $4.7 billion. $14.1 billion is, boy, the NFL would be in trouble. The NFL would actually be in trouble. Regardless of what happens in the current case, the jury finding that the Sunday ticket package violates federal antitrust laws points to an eventual reckoning for the NFL regarding the way it makes out-of-market games available to fans. The transcript of the trial was replete with evidence of efforts by the NFL working as a 32-team cartel to insist that Sunday ticket package be priced at a level high enough to nudge consumers towards accepting, quote, free over-the-air broadcast in their local markets in order to enhance ratings for CBS and Fox. So, in other words, they stacked the deck. Ooh, it's too high, but fans will still tune in if they're in North Carolina, but they're a Cowboys fan. They can't watch the Cowboys. F it. They'll still tune into a shit-ass Carolina Panthers game. They stacked the deck. Because, same thing. Oh, crap. I'm forced to watch, the Steelers locally when I want to be watching the Chiefs. Sunday ticket's too high, but I want to watch the NFL, so I'll just tune into the Steelers game anyway. God dang. I got to tell you, it's a racket. That's what I like to call a racket. Basically, the league had a balance to strike, with CBS and Fox paying billions per year for Sunday afternoon packages, and DirecTV, now YouTube, doing the same for an out-of-market package. The NFL managed to have its in-market cake and out-of-market cake eat it. Wow, so both. Have both things. The model continues, the exposure lingers, the flaws in the current case, per the judge who threw out the verdict, but the evidence regarding the damages, but the violation was proven. It would be proven again in the next case, and the next, and the next. So I can tell you what's going to happen. Come hell or high water, whether it's this time or a future time, the NFL's getting nailed with this. The NFL's getting nailed with this. Somehow, some way, $14.1 billion? That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. But they were backing consumers into a corner. And look, everybody wants it's kind of like Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football or whatever. Everybody tunes in for those games, regardless of whose team's playing. If you enjoy football, you'll tune in. Well, you may want to watch your team, but fuck it, I can't afford it. But I'll still tune in and watch the local squad. And that does what? In a way, technically, yeah, it is a viewer. But how did you get the viewer? By forcing the cuts, by inconveniencing the NFL fan. We just had a talk about the NFL not having an issue with inconveniencing its own fans. Well, it may be about to cost them a shit ton of money. By the way, that would be roughly the value of, let's say, two franchises combined. Wow, $14.1 billion. Tell me what you think. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the video. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.